Well, it's a little shady out here, but like I said, my steering wheel is stuck. So I'm going to disassemble this and see if this is what's stuck, or if these pivot arms are stuck, or if it's the steering wheel itself, or if it's the cable. But once I pull this out, I can pretty much eliminate if it's the engine part or not. So let's get started on that. I'm going to start with taking that nut off right there, and then undoing that arm and seeing if I can't undo the other side and push that rod through. Hopefully I got enough play in the cable to push it all the way through so I can get it out and see how it looks, if it'll come out. Alright, well, I got the arm off, and the good news is it's not the pivot part of the engine, so that baby swings. So that eliminates the hardest part, I think. So now we're going to come back over here, and we'll take that nut loose right there, this one, and then we'll see if we can't pull that arm out of there and see if it's all rusted together or not. Well, looks like that part's loose. So I guess it's either in the steering column up front or it's in the cable itself. So let's get started on that. Alright, well, I removed this front panel. I wanted to look at these speakers anyway. They're pretty much shot. I've got a new radio in the house for it. And trying to get underneath there, I'll have to clean all that up. It's pretty gnarly down there. And then I went ahead and removed this panel, which right there is my steering. So now I need to get that apart to see if it's the cable, which I think it probably is, or if it's actually the steering gears in there. So let's pop that baby apart. Alright, well, I finally got the steering wheel out. And boy, that took some serious effort to get that thing out of there. Salt water got up underneath of it and really corroded it. There's the steering column. Let me get it in the sun here a little better. So there's the steering column, and it's definitely pretty rusted out. I'm pretty sure the gears inside are going to be about the same. I don't know, but I got to get these 4 screws out here, and then we'll take a look at the inside of this. But it's not looking good. Well, I did manage to get the cable out after all. That'll turn, but the steering column does not. And the cable don't move, so it really did me no good regardless. So yeah. Alright, well, that's pretty much all junk. Anyhow, I did get it apart, but it didn't help matters much. So I guess I'm gonna have to measure all this up. Alright, moving on. Alright, well, I'm gonna take this live well out of the back here and do away with it. Maybe I'll use it somewhere else. I've got to pull this deck up underneath this center console, which means I got to lift the center console up so I can get to the cable for the steering. So I'm gonna have to pull all this apart. I've been thinking really hard about doing away with these 2 captain's chairs and putting a bench seat here. Guys, let me know what you think. I think a bench cooler seat, they'll flip back and forth. So if I'm driving, I can flip it this way, and if I'm driving the other, or fishing, I can fish off the back. Might be a little better, especially if this is out of the way. Well, let me know what you think, but Yeah, I guess we're going to pull all this up now. This little steering column project has turned into something else. I'll have to pull all that up. Find some way to prop that up while I pull that flooring out from underneath of it. I need to get to this fuel tank underneath here anyway, just because the fuel gauge don't work, and I want to swap all that out. So, okay, here we go. Alright, well, I got that bait tank out. That really opened up the space quite a bit. Now, back to, I got the center console jacked up. Now I can see if I can get this plate out from underneath this thing. So anyway, we're getting there. It's a little more challenging than I thought, though. Alright, there's the back of the plate I just took out of the boat. I'm going to end up power washing all this. And then I think I'm just going to re-fiberglass the back of this and paint it. See if I can get a little more strength in it, because it's kind of a little bit flimsy. So I don't think there's any, I don't know, there might be some wood in there, I don't know. I may end up having to cut it out and put another piece of wood in it. Anyhow, another project. Well, there's my gas gauge. So I need to get that out. I want to get a look at the inside of this tank. It's a pretty decent sized tank. So hopefully it'll hold a lot of fuel. Hopefully it ain't too bad. We'll get it out, take a look down in there and see how bad it is. I'm going to replace this. I'm also probably going to replace this hose for sure, because it looks pretty cheesy. I want to get that out, clean it up. But anyway, yeah, this steering wheel project has turned into something else, hasn't it? All right. It's a good thing I stopped using the drill right here, because what happened next was shocking. Huh. You know what? That's probably not a good idea. Let me just in case there is some gas in there, let me not use the electric drill. I don't think there is, but we'll just be on the safe side. Oh yeah, it's full. Wow. I did not see that coming. Alright. I wonder if it's still good. Huh. Glad I quit using that drill. Well, I guess the next question is, how good is this gas? It smells still good. I guess to find out this gas is bad and it's got a full tank. Alright. Well, that's back together. To measure that gauge and see what size it is. I want to swap both of them so they're match set. Alright. As you can see, the gasket in my fuel gauge is no good. It might be the gauge itself that's bad, but I want to swap both of them. So alright, I just got this solar panel mounted up here. Got it all sealed in and mounted down. Hopefully it won't leak. We'll find out soon. It feels like it might rain today, so I guess we'll find out. I got this little guy here just kind of keep the I'm catching the edge. I know that's not exactly the way it's supposed to work. And I got this rubber grommet in here. And then I'll come back and I'll refill all this with silicone. A little better than what I got, but I have to hook it up on the inside first. And then we should be getting some solar power in the shed. So yeah, I'm glad to be working on this. All right, so there's my wires coming through from the solar. And then this is my Victron inverter, Victrol. And I'm gonna get it hooked up. Hopefully that'll run my air compressor, my air conditioner inside, just because the inside unit's 110, and then my lights. My outside unit will still run off the house power, which is 220 for the time being, because then I'm going to eventually swap all this over to a mini split system, 110 volt mini split system, and then everything will be running off this. But for right now, that's my brand new 100 amp hour lithium battery that I'm going to hook up. Alright, so there's my charge controller. I've got my solar hooked up here, and this is going out to the battery, which I don't have hooked up yet. But that looks pretty nice and neat. I need to put some wire ties on that. But yeah, the battery's going to sit up here on the top. So, and then I'm going to insulate this some more because I need to keep the heat away from it. But yep, it's getting there. All right, there's my battery. Got it up there. I'm wiring up the inverter now. I still got to get my charging wires up there and wound up. So, yeah. So hopefully this works. Alright, I got the controller on. There it is, taking a charge. He's working. Got a couple of USB ports there, a couple up here. I got power. Now I went ahead and put my compressor plugged in. So let's see how this thing's going to act. Looks like a winner to me. I need to tighten those wires up some more, like I said, but silicone that in. But hey, and I need to get some more insulation up on that roof. I don't want that battery getting too hot. Besides that, I think we're good. All right, well, I got the ceiling insulated a little bit. Help keep that heat off of the batteries. I also keep the air conditioner running in here at 84 degrees. So I don't think it's gonna overheat. Now, that says 13.6, and then I do have another indicator up here, and I think it says, I don't know what it says, I can't read it, but that's what it says. So I'm assuming they're pretty close. Yeah, 13.7, so that's not too bad. So yeah, it's pretty much hooked up. Said I gotta, but yep, now I just gotta wire that most of that box, the electrical box, over to here, because that's 110 and my lights are 110. I already got the compressor hooked up, so won't be much longer now. Woohoo! Alright, I got my AC, my lights, and my air compressor all wired to this now. And my lights are on. Ta-da! This is in time delay because I just got it done, so hopefully it'll kick on here in a second. And see how it's gonna do. Alright. Well, it just came on. It's blowing good. Woo! So, pretty happy. It's pretty much the whole shed's on solar power now, except for that right there. The ends are inside blower, lights, compressor, all my tools, all my charging stuff. So yeah, I wonder how many. Didn't draw that many, it was just 1 amp. So that was 14. It was 14.3, now it's 13.1. So not too bad. All right, well, good to go. Well, I had the air compressor running, I had the air conditioner running, had all the lights on, and it did just fine. It didn't hesitate at all. Went down to about 12.1, and you can hear the fans running. It did heat up the inverter a little bit, but it ran it just fine. And now the fans are starting to calm down a little bit. So I think we're good to go. I think this will do what I need it to do. So yeah.